Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing about one of the topic that is the Microsoft Sand creation. Basically, one other person told that basically. Yes, in previous video basically you told that basically each and every human needs which you create that is connected with the population basically, right? Then into the yes basically. Then it will the yes. Even the medicine also basically. So each and every area basically the validity is given. Then it will the yes basically. Each and every. For example, if you are having one tomato basically, up to what time basically it is going to be stored basically in the fridge also assumed. Maximum 1 week, 2 week basically, right? After that it will create problem basically. That is one thing basically. Then it does that yes basically. And each and every human needs in this world basically, not only the India, not only the China, in this world basically. For example, tomato, raw material. Raw material basically comes from where basically? So one other person told that is from software, chemical is there, another thing, and then basically the nature is there basically. So the group basically who are having the nature item basically, they are controlled by the nature. That is the satellite groups are controlling them basically, right? Who is basically having the software data and basically the chemical data, that is controlled by the nuclear power companies basically. That death also basically are decided by that group only basically. Then he told that yes basically. That is also 100% correct. So one person told that if any of the single human needs also basically, for example tomato, is not created as per the population basically. As per the population means nuclear power company basically by mistake basically they done the mistake basically. By mistake basically. Because mistake happens basically, everybody do the mistake. They due to some data basically it was not properly read or like this basically the mistake basically happened, and the population basically around 20 crore population basically the tomato basically was not having. So one of the person told that what are the things going to affect basically. So he told that basically lots of new disease is going to come basically. Lots of new disease is going to come. So one of the person told that what is the easiest way basically to track that basically. That basically depends upon the age calculation basically. For example, child basically gets disease. So child is going to generate what basically? The future generation basically. So for that basically you have to pick what basically the future data basically. Past data basically that is there basically, but future data that is this city going to create, this city going to create, that city going to create, that city going to create, that city going to create basically. This is one option. Another option is this city created but it is not mapped to the future population basically. That is child group basically. So this is the simplest way basically. Another is the age group basically above then child basically means after 13 basically it's not child basically. So after that group basically same process basically. Same process basically. But here the main is the human needs basically which is you are having basically. If it's a human needs is natural basically, then basically the then what is who are basically going to have basically. Then he told that basically if the nature basically is going to have the data basically, then basically it would be the satellite group basically. So one of the person told that basically this is the way basically, right basically. Then he told that yes basically this is the only way basically, and this group basically handles everything basically. That is the 35 words basically. And I assume that basically Microsoft told that basically they have created tomato and potato basically as a human needs. So whatever things basically is going to happen, this group basically will be responsible. And this group will say that basically we have given our contract to other universities basically. Like this basically things are there basically. So one of the person told that yes basically it's like that only basically everything is happening basically. And here basically the target is 1 lakh kilogram 1 lakh kilogram sand basically which is going to be created, and which is assumed that basically created, and this all basically utilities also basically tested, and this basically is the line basic. So another person told that this just now basically told that basically that this basically contains human needs also basically. Then he told that yes basically. So in this basically I will add one thing basically, that is human needs created for different ages, and this basically is created by Rocky Talkie group basically, that is infrastructure of the Rocky Talkie, that basically we have already written is there, infrastructure of the Rocky Talkie basically. And what is infrastructure of the Rocky Talkie? This is the infrastructure basically. In infrastructure basically Rocky Talkie is one of the thing basically. And what is Rocky Talkie? That basically we have already discussed in the above basically. So like this basically, for one of the person told that for human needs basically which all Rocky Talkie basically was used, because this is very dangerous basically. Not only this basically, but everything basically, SIM card, internet. For example, few people told that basically yaar kabhi kabhi jab whenever basically I get the SMS na basically, my head basically gets pain basically. Reason? Each and everything basically are connecting to the blood cells basically, that's why basically. Each and everything basically is connecting to the blood cells, that's why basically. Internet is also connecting to the blood cells. For example, I will take one example basically. I will open this website basically. So anything is going to affect to your body parts, 100% it's going to affect. This is going to affect basically. For example, I am searching this data. This data, whatever things basically I am doing it basically. So it's going to affect to my body parts? Yes, 100% it's going to affect. I am opening this YouTube basically. So whatever YouTube basically channel basically data. So this is going to affect to my body parts? 100% it's going to affect basically. So this is going to affect to your body parts basically, that is 100% sure. For example, I will open this basically.
Lebanon. A byword for chaos in recent times. Everything that could possibly go wrong for a nation has, and there is seemingly no end in sight. A 15-year-long civil war in 1975.
Security.
Most services businesses fail because the only person who can deliver the service at a world-class quality is.
You have a cancer, what happens to you? You need to be friends with one of the leaders, and then you.
The level of the land, they fried it with some onion.
So this is going to affect your body parts? 100% it's going to affect. Whatever energy basic, first basically what happens basically, the mobile company basically sets the entire environment basically to your room basically from the SMS basically. For example, 15 SMS basically they have done basically. How basically the people are controlled that, for example, I am getting head pain basically. So they basically send the SMS basically. This is head pain data, this is leg pain data. Because nowadays basically this type of things basically government has started basically. Whoever basically is going to give the government problem, who basically want to control that particular person basically. Like this basically the mobile company has got the contract basically, like this basically. That you only handle basically. Then for example, my brain basically got damaged basically. Assume basically that from SMS basically, one SMS. So what are the impact going to happen? That we will going to see in next video basically.